This is your countdown for the Preston Indians pregame show. Pregame in 30 seconds from Mark. As we'll have a good game today, hopefully. And pregame show will start in 15 seconds from Mark. Pregame in 10 seconds from Mark. Have a good game. Pre-game show in 5 seconds from Mark. This is the Preston Indians pregame show. Coming up, we'll take a look at tonight's game. We'll hear from the coach and look at the pregame stats, all leading up to tonight's action. You're listening to live coverage of the Preston Indians on 105.5 FM, AM 1340, and mylocalradio.com. And hi again, everybody. Welcome back here to Bear Lake High School. As tonight, the Preston Indians will take on the Snake River Panthers. As we get to the final elimination game, the winner moves on to play in the finals coming up on Thursday. The loser of tonight's match is done, as they will be eliminated after suffering their second loss. Tonight's match brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Good deeds done daily. Call them at 208-852-5700. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll come back, as we take a timeout. We'll have our scene set on the way next. That's all on the way here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston!
We offer rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. For example, your home's heating and air conditioning system draws significant amount of electricity during certain times of the year. We offer cashback for heat pumps, which use energy-efficient technology to heat and cool your home. We also offer rebates on appliances and smart accessories like smart plugs and smart switches. Really, for anything that draws electricity in your home, we usually have some type of rebate to offer you. Visit wattsmarthomes.com today.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
And welcome back here to the Scene Set, as tonight the Preston Indians will take on the Snake River Panthers in the second game of their doubleheader, so to speak, here tonight. As the Scene Set tonight brought to you by Ultimate Outdoors, Ultimate Power Sports. Get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports on State Street at the north end of the city of Preston. So earlier this afternoon, Preston was swept by Bear Lake as Bear Lake moves on to the championship round. And just a few minutes ago, Snake River knocked off their Marsh Valley 3-0 to advance to this elimination game with Preston. Winner of this game moves on to face Bear Lake in the championship round coming up on Thursday. And the winner has their season come to an end here tonight, or the loser rather has their season come to an end here tonight. So a big match, important match for each side. For the Indians, of course, they've had their struggles against Snake River this year. They were 1-2 against them. Twice they've lost in 5 sets, once at Snake River, once at Preston. They played last Saturday here in the opening game of the tournament, and Preston was able to beat them by a 3-1 count. So it's a kind of an interesting game here tonight. It could be kind of you call it, the way these two teams go at each other, as this realistically could go either way, quite honestly. So we'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have more here on the pregame show. On the way, we will chat with some more of Preston's outstanding students. That's brought to you by Canyon Cliff Dental, as that is on the way. We'll talk to them coming up in just a few minutes right here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
In a world that's full of unknowns, you don't have to worry about whether or not your insurance has got you covered when life throws you a curveball if your coverage is with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston, offering policies from auto to home, farm and ranch to crop insurance, and business to life insurance. The Smith Insurance Agency does it all. No matter what challenges life brings, you're not alone. Make sure you've got the right coverage in the right areas of your life. Schedule a free insurance review today with Farm Bureau, the Smith Insurance Agency in Preston.
The
KACH.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today. North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive trusted advisor.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
Ready is committed to providing superior services to our customers by requiring individual accountability for excellence in quality, safety, and dependability. We are a growing company that is currently hiring across Wyoming, Colorado, Texas, Nevada, Idaho, and elsewhere. Our valued team members receive competitive wages, full benefits, and weekly pay. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
The standout students at Preston High School are brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. And welcome back to the pregame show. It's time once again to sit down and talk to two more of Preston's outstanding students. Joining us on the show today is Chase Boswick and Bibini Knapp, a couple of two more great students here at Preston High School. First of all, Chase, thanks for taking a few minutes to come down and join us.
Yeah, thanks. It's really nice being here, and I'm glad you're kind of showing off all the I'm losing it. Showing off the students who really focus on their education and do all the education clubs and stuff. It's really awesome.
That's very good. And our other guest today is Bibini Knapp. Good to see you again.
Thanks. Yeah, it's super cool that you're focusing on clubs and stuff. We don't get to see a ton of those, so I think that's really cool.
All right, Chase. Let's start with you. Let's talk about what year are you, first of all, here at Preston?
I'm a senior, so my last year, and it's pretty exciting.
How has things gone here over the last 3+ years now?
To be honest, it's all mostly felt the same these last 3 years, but it's been really fun to be here, and I've definitely learned a ton. And yeah, being a senior is great.
What have you? Excuse me for putting it on the spot. What have your grades been like here over the years?
I've kept a 4.0 for the first 3 years. This semester, I'm planning to keep that. I do have some grades to get up, but planning to keep my 4.
Very good. And Bibini Knapp, so you're not a senior. That I know. You're let me guess. You're a sophomore this year. Is that right?
No, I'm a junior this year.
Sorry, I missed one.
You're good.
How was things going for you?
It's pretty good. This year has been definitely a step up because it's getting into college classes and stuff. So definitely a step up, but it's still been super fun.
But you are slowed a little bit as you had a little bit of an injury here getting ready for volleyball season this year.
Yeah, I did. I tore my ACL in both meniscuses, so a bit of a step back in sports career, but it's gotten me to focus on other activities, and been able to help around the volleyball team has been really super fun.
So in your first couple of years, how's things gone here at Preston? What have your grades been like?
I've had 4.0 both years, but yeah, there's just getting them up or fun. I guess, I don't know, get the work in and stuff. It's super fun here. It's changed. We got a ton of new teachers this year, which means we can get some new classes and new insights, which is super cool.
Now, I was told by a little birdie named Mr. Sabo that you guys are also involved in some pretty fun stuff. You Chase, you're involved in some interesting activities and some great clubs here around campus.
Yeah, so I'm in BPA, which stands for Business Professionals of America, and they do really awesome stuff. We go compete at district, and then usually we go to state. Most of us go to state. And we actually have a new business teacher this year who owns a business. So it's super awesome having him help us with all this business stuff, considering he's actually had a business, and he's really pushing the club forward. And I think it's going to be a great year this year.
You were mentioning something about drones?
Yeah, so there's a new class at the school. It's called, let me think. It's applied, no, not applied mathematics. Discrete math is what they call it. But it has to do with aviation and drones and that kind of stuff. And we actually get to go fly them and learn about how to fly drones, record stuff with them. And I think later in the year we're going to learn how to fly them using code and stuff, I believe. But yeah, Mrs. Sorensen teaches that, and she's planning, or I don't know if she's planning, but she was kind of talking about making a drone club, which I think would be really cool.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be a lot of fun. And for Bibini, an athlete, volleyball players we just mentioned, you're part of the State Leadership Council for sports over the state of Idaho.
I am. So they have the IHSAA SAC, which is like a student advisory council for the athletics. And it's super cool because we get to like meet together, or we go do like Zoom classes or stuff for people that actually are in like the SAC and all over the state, like other athletes and other captains of different grades and stuff. It's usually like junior and seniors, so you can like get a ton of insights. It's super cool. We're actually putting together a fall and a spring a summit that we can like, we've put together for our district that we can like get like 80s and them, and we're like bringing them together with like students so that we can learn different things and kind of spread like leadership. And I think that's super cool that we get to kind of teach people and put that together to kind of meet people all around the state.
Now, are you involved also with here on campus part of the the sportsmanship committee thing that they have?
You mean one team, like the thing that Zabo runs, like the one? Yeah, I am also a part of that. Yes, it's super cool. It's kind of different, but it is super cool. Both of them are very like sports centered, and to make our school better by making the athletes more involved in school and like being able to see how that kind of helps the school, because like our school specifically is very centered on like there's a ton of different things we can do, but like we have a lot of sports and like a lot of athletes in our school. So I feel that is like if we fix like the leadership and stuff with our athletes, we can also fix up with our school.
Interesting. It's time to take a little look down the road. What's going to lie in your future for both of you? We'll start here with Bimini. What do you see coming up as a career? What do you see in your future after you're done here at Preston High School?
I really want to go on to college, maybe play some volleyball, but I've always kind of been excited and interested in forensic science, or like go into like the FBI and stuff like that. I think that would be super cool. Go into like law enforcement stuff. That has always been an interest of mine. But yeah.
Any ideas where you might want to go to school?
No, I either am looking at like going up to Utah Tech, like Dixie area. I think that would be super fun, or being able to like, if like where I'm staying around here, I want to go live with my sister and go to like ISU.
Very good. Chase, what about you? What's down the road here? You're the senior in the group here. What lies in your future?
I plan on going to college. It's either between USU or ISU for me. I want to like go into engineering and business. My brother is in USU right now, and he's doing engineering, and he kind of shows me like some of the stuff he works on and like some of the assignments he has where he gets to like engineer and design stuff, and I find that really cool. But I also really like ISU's mechanic stuff up there with cars. They have a really good mechanic shop and stuff like that, and I don't want to be a car mechanic, but I think it would be really cool to take as like a minor and learn how to be like a hobby mechanic. And yeah.
Interesting. Well, you two have definitely brought a new light to what the students are doing here. I'm not to say that what the other students aren't interesting, want to be teachers. Several of them want to get into medicine, but you guys have certainly brought some new ideas into the future of Preston athletes. And want to thank you for taking a few minutes. Chase, thanks for coming down.
Thank you.
And Bimini, you as well.
Thank you so much.
That's Chase Boswick and Bimini Knapp, two more of the outstanding students here at Preston High School.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
When you think of a medical center's vital signs, you think of a monitor beeping. Today, Franklin County Medical Center is sharing a new set of vital signs. They're the vital signs of a growing hospital. Our new medical office building is now home to the care you depend on. You'll visit us here for primary, specialty, and walk-in care. Franklin County Medical Center has been a vital part of the region's healthcare since 1929, right in your neighborhood.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
105.5 FM KACH.
I'm Dan Keller, Mayor of Preston, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Jay Butters with Alta Bank, and we are Preston Proud, Idaho Strong.
Hi, this is Lyle Fuller with the Fuller & Fuller Law Firm, and we are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
Hi, I'm Larry Morrison with Evergreen Financial Partners. We are Preston Proud and Idaho Strong.
105.5 KACH. We're Preston Proud, Idaho Strong, serving Franklin County and beyond.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at mylocalradio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty, Idaho and North Realty, Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. This broadcast is made possible through an agreement between Preston Broadcasting, LLC and Preston High School, and is a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC. This game is intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this broadcast without express written permission of Old West Media is strictly prohibited. And welcome back here inside the gym at Bear Lake High School, as we are just a couple minutes away from learning the starters and getting this match going here this evening. The final elimination match for the bracket as the Indians take on the Snake River Panthers. Remember that Snake River has won 2 of the 3 previous meetings. The 2 matches they won both went 5 sets. As in fact, the one went right down to the final points, with the Snake River winning 15-13. And I think the other one, off the top of my head, that Preston won was 15-12 in set number 5. The other time they played was a Saturday morning in the first game of the tournament here at Bear Lake, which Preston won by a 3-1 count. Ernest Dixon joins us here on the broadcast again here today to talk about rules and rule interpretations. But you made an interesting point as we're getting ready for the go on the air here for this match about stamina and making sure the teams play, play well.
It's always been part of my routine as an official is don't stand around. You get out there and you play and you get a point and you get the ball and you serve it again and in this, Preston has played an hour ago, and Snake River just finished theirs. By the time we get into the second set, we're going to see somebody being tired. And how well the coaches have conditioned their players is going to come in to be a part of the factor in here. So.
Yeah, should be interesting to see as we go along here. Of course, it's been a grind anyway. You're down to the end of the season. You're probably tired. Not if you don't get your normal amount of rest anyway. Yeah. As we get ready to play this game here tonight. Coming up Friday night, the Preston football team back at Preston High School at O.L. Cutler Field, as they will play the final game of the regular season. They'll play host to the Snake River Panthers coming up on Friday night. Preston, of course, beating Pocatello last week, has locked up a spot in the state playoffs, as we'll find out more about that as we go along. But first, they need to wrap up the regular season. They'll do that Friday night against Snake River. We'll have it for you here on mylocalradio.com and on KACH, starting with the pregame show about 6:15 and the kickoff slated for 7 o'clock coming up on Friday evening. And looks like they're not going to introduce the teams, as both teams have been introduced previously here. So we're just going to go right into the first set of the match here. So glad to have you along with us as here at Bear Lake High School, the two teams ready to square off, as tonight's game brought to you by Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. And the first set of tonight's game is brought to you by Cache Valley Bank, where your life, your needs, your business, they all come first. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, they're here to serve you. It's Cache Valley Bank as they bring you the first set of tonight's match. So both teams wearing dark uniforms. That'll make it easy to easy to pick out on the video feed tonight. We will tell you that Preston is playing in the left-hand court, and if you're listening on KACH right now, that means they're going to go from left to right. Now, in the second match, they did not change ends because Bear Lake's student section's gone.
Yeah, the way we've been assigned, or we've been told basically, is after COVID-19, we don't switch sides. The line judges will switch corners, but unless there's a reason for an unfair advantage, but we had the student section over there, and they're very loud, so they did switch ends during the first match, and I just don't think they're going to be switching ends on this match at all.
Well, doesn't appear that way, at least. So we'll see when we get to set number 2. Yep. So we welcome you in, Dan Hubbard, along with Ernest Dixon here at Bear Lake High School. John Beverly back at the KACH studios, as it looks like the Snake River Panthers will serve first here in set number 1, as we are ready to play some volleyball here tonight. Winner moves on to the championship round. The loser goes home. Excuse me. As the first play blocked at the net, as that'll be a point for the Indians. It was Libby Gilbert on the attack, but she got blocked at the net, and Preston goes up 1-0. So here's the next serve. That's going to be an ace as it goes off the hands of Avery Matthews. So Mackley White serves up an ace, and Preston leads 2-0. First serve, deep middle, dug out there. They'll set it on the reverse as it comes to Libby Gilbert. That's dug out by the Indians as the next play is out of bounds by Ava Morell. So Preston jumps out here early on, 3-0. Preston did win the first set here on Saturday. As from the back row, Grace Gilbert plays it over. As it comes back near the net, and they'll just bump it over. So free ball here for the Indians. It comes to Madsen as the attack there by White goes into the net, and the point for the Panthers. So Preston won that first set. They lost the second, then won the third and the fourth. What makes that so different is in the two matches that went 5 sets, Snake River would win the first set. Preston came back to win the second and the third. Before both nights, Snake River won the fourth and then won the fifth to win both of those other matches. First serve played by Wakely. Inside set in the middle. That's going to be off the block and down as the kill goes to Carly Dunn. 4-1, Preston leads on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here early on. Morgan Donaldson serves too long, out of bounds. So 4-2 here in the first set. As we mentioned, the first set brought to you by Cache Valley Bank. As the serve comes deep middle, played there by Hatch. Outside, coming across again on that slide is Ellie Nelson as she's able to get the point. As we take a look at it, as you see Nelson come around and gets the set and able to drive it home, and Preston goes up 5-2. From the outside, Grace Gilbert goes down the line. Nice dig by Hatch in the back row. Donaldson bumps it back over. They'll set it again. This time they go in the middle to Driscoll as Driscoll gets dug out. Again, it's Nelson played in the back row. They punch it back over this time. So another free ball to the Indians. Outside, Wakely off the block. Again, kept alive by the Indians as just punching at it is Macy Knapp for the point. One key tonight for Snake River is they have to have their 3 big players really play well at the net. Libby Gilbert, Grace Gilbert, and Faye Driscoll. 6-2, Preston leads. As they'll save it back on the floor, as that looked like it was headed out, played by Donaldson, and it ended up being a point for the Panthers. So 6-3 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Avery Matthews serving here for the Panthers as we have a double hit charged against the Indians. That'll make it 6-4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Matthews to serve again. That's going to be deep, but again played by Donaldson. Outside. Wakely, it's off the block, but still dug out. Comes to Grace Gilbert at the net. Wakely able to come up quickly and get to that as Nelson touched once, twice, but they're able to dig that out. And once again, they're perfectly happy just giving the ball back to the Indians and let them make mistakes. So that one goes off the top of the net by Wakely and falls in bounds. So it'll be a point for the Indians, and it's 7-4. They repeatedly did that on Saturday. Anytime they were in trouble, just bump the ball back onto the Preston side and let them have it, let them make the mistake. As the serve comes in, played in the back row by Carter. The Indians have it, back to Nelson, blocked at the net, and it goes out of bounds. So the point again for the Panthers, as they will have the serve. Grace Gilbert serving. Deep back row serve played by the Indians, comes to White on the attack side. That's going to be out of bounds, and it goes to 7-6. Gilbert will serve again with Snake River just down by a point. Again, deep back serve to White. And coming up to play it from deep was Wakely. The outside set comes to Libby Gilbert. That's played back onto the Preston side. Wakely again gets it back over. Outside, Libby Gilbert going to go deep. Wakely has that. Hits it up into the rafters, however. That makes the play much more difficult, and Donaldson not able to play it. We're tied at 7 here in set number 1 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Again, Gilbert serves, and that one does go too long and out of bounds as Preston on the side out gets the point back and the serve. And tonight's match brought to you by Canyon Creek Dental. With offices in Preston and Grace, Canyon Creek Dental can give you the smile that you will always be proud of. Here's Brexton Ware on to serve. That's played in the back row, set outside. Gilbert into the net and not able to be played. That'll be too many hits against the Panthers as Preston goes up now 9-7 here in set number 1. Ware to serve again. As that'll be played by Gilbert. He's set in the middle. That comes to Aiden Anderson, and that's going to be it to hit too long, and a point again for the Indians. So Preston on top, 10-7 here in the first set. Brexton Ware has picked up 3 straight points, and she'll serve again, but this one goes into the net. So 10-8 on the service error as the Panthers get the ball back. And now Presley Matthews will come in and serve. Remember, this is a team made up of 3 different sets of sisters on this roster. As Matthews to serve. That's played there, set to Dunn off the block. They have to go and get it back over, and they're not able to. Avery Merrill not able to get that back over her head and back over the net. So there's Morrell's sisters, Rickley and Ava. There's Matthews' sisters, Presley and Avery, and Gilbert's sisters, Libby and Grace. 11-8 Preston. As that's going to be just out of bounds. As that serve lands maybe a half a width of the ball beyond the back line. So Aiden Anderson will serve at 11-9. As it goes to Wakely, the play at the net, blocked there, back onto the Preston side. They get it back over as they go short. Back outside, Gilbert down the line for the point. Looked like it was touched at the net initially. Wakely tried to dig it, and he went off her hands and well out of bounds. And it's a 1-point set again as Preston now leads 11-10 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Again, Anderson with the serve. Tough return. Back row, Wakely into the net. One key tonight for the Indians in this set is Taylor Wakely has to have a much better attacking night than she did in the first match tonight against Bear Lake. She had 7 kills in that match, but she's had in double digits in each of the three matches against Snake River, I should say, this year. Snake has it, bounces it back over onto the Preston side, outside set to White, off the block and out of bounds. Mackley White able to tool the block. Preston goes back up by a point. It's 12-11. As here in the first set, Mackley White will serve again for Preston. The serve, boy, deep right corner. Just able to get it back into play, but Preston has the ball now as the set comes to Hess. As she play it in the back row. Is Carter able to keep it in play there? Nice block at the net by the Indians. However, it comes back onto their side. Back to Wakely again, but a point as that'll be a double hit on the set. As the ball comes back over and the point will come back over to Snake River. And we're tied at 12 once again on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard. As Snake River will rotate in a couple of players as Emma Cook will come in. Libby Gilbert will go to the bench, and Cook will take her position back behind the service line in a 12-12 tie here in set number 1. Hold on, you got to tie a shoe here. Yes. Aiden Anderson laughing because she's not tying her shoe. It's actually the libero, Tally Carter, who comes over to try to tie it.
It's taken 4 of them.
Yeah. What's the old joke? How many players does it take to tie a shoe? So 12-12, here we go. As Cook with the serve, played deep. The set comes to Cook, to Wakely rather, and that's going to go too long.
She was in the net.
Oh, so she was in the net, so the Preston gets the point after all. So the reversal, Preston goes up 13-12, and now Morgan Donaldson will serve here for the first time tonight in this match. As the set comes outside, Grace Gilbert blocked at the net, Carter with the up. Flip back over by Anderson as the set's going to come to Nelson, who just backhands it over. Grace Gilbert again gets underneath it a little bit and hits it too long and out of bounds. Preston leads by 2 now at 14-12. Donaldson, deep middle serve, back set, Matthews. Played there by Madsen, good play there. As Hess gets it, she'll play it deep again, and once again played by the Panthers. As again, they get it back over onto the Preston side. As it comes to Wakely, the set was short, so she had to bump it over. Now back outside, Grace Gilbert again. That is too long. Just a hair long on the back line, but it goes out nonetheless, and it's 15-12. Preston leads on the Flying S Highland Escrow scoreboard. Donaldson with the serve. As they'll just flick it over into the middle. As a nice play there by Gilbert. She recognized the weak spot in the middle of the defense for the Indians and just played it right into the middle of the court and pick up the point. To make it 15-13, Preston still leads on the side out, as it will be Tally Carter, the libero, to serve. Carter serves at Wakely. In the middle, comes back to Nelson, touch and in. Ellie's got the point as we get another look at it on the Northern Title replay, as Ellie's able to pick up the kill. And we're back with you live again here with Preston up by 3 at 16-13 as Sophie Hess will serve. Ball set by the Panthers, goes back set to Matthews, off the block, and then touched again by the Panthers as the ball bounced off Matthews and before it went out of bounds, so a point to the Indians. 17-13. Hess serves again. Again, they go deep middle. As Cook played it, they flick it over, so free ball here for the Indians. Set comes to Wakely. Wakely tries to go short. That's picked off. Grace Gilbert with the attack. Played there by the Indians. Cook able to keep that up. Now back over onto the Preston side again. Comes back to Wakely. Again, it's Cook with the up. They flick it, but it goes out of bounds and a point again to the Indians. A good long rally. Preston gets the point. It's 18-13 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Snake River wants a timeout. We'll take it here as well. The first set of tonight's match brought to you by our friends at Cache Valley Bank.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
So Preston up 18-13 as we play here in set number one. Preston holds the serve. Sophie Hess, who's served up about 3 straight points here on her rotation, will serve again here. She kind of bloops that one into the middle of the court. Played there anyway. Outside set, Matthews. Comes deep, played there by Hutch. The outside set, played there by Knapp. Again, played, kept alive, and back over onto the Preston side. Donaldson sets it up for Wakely. Has to run through a little traffic, so couldn't get the big attack she wanted. As Gilbert goes down the line, and it's good for the point. You can't see Coach Knapp, but boy, she really wanted that ball to be left alone because it looked like it was going to go out. But Hess played it as it was going down the line, so the point goes to the Panthers. And it's 18-14. However, Matthews serves it into the net to give the point back to the Indians. 19-14 now on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As it'll be Mackley White coming back in here for the Indians, as Oakley Hatch will go back to the bench, and the serve will belong here to Taylor Wakely. Back set, Matthews, block. Batools the block and gets the point. 19-15. Libby Gilbert back onto the floor here for the Panthers, as it will be Emma Cook who will go back to the bench. As Grace Gilbert will serve again here for Snake River. Set comes to Knapp. She gets it over. That's dug out. Gilbert will bump it over, and it's going to land just inbounds. Wakely backed off at just the last second, and the ball landed just inbounds. Free point there for the Panthers. 19-16 as we play in set number one. Serve comes to Wakely. Outside set, White. And finds the soft spot in the middle of the floor. Look at that again as Mackley White able to come up and just find that little soft spot as she approaches from the outside here. Again, everybody had backed off and left that wide open spot in the middle of the court as we're back with you live again. Braxton Ware to serve. Outside set, Libby Gilbert. She goes soft. Nice dig there by Hess to keep it alive, as Ware will bump it back over onto the Snake River side of the net. In the middle, Driscoll into the net. Faye Driscoll with the hitting error. That put Preston up 21-16, gives them a 5-point lead. As Ware will serve again. Serve to the back center. Outside set, Gilbert blocked. Can they keep it back up? They do. Nice play by Carter to get it back onto the Preston side of the net. In the middle, Dunn blocked at the net. Driscoll makes up for her error a moment ago with a block and gets the point back to make it 21-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So Faye Driscoll gets those long arms up, makes the block. 21-17, Preston leads. Serve in the middle, outside comes to Dunn as she goes short, and Matthews not quite able to reach out far enough to pick that up as Carly Dunn gets another point. It's 22-17 as it'll be Avery Madsen now to drop back and serve again. Madsen dug out by Carter. Outside set, Gilbert, too long. Officials say no touch, but Snake River wants a timeout as it goes to 23-17 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. So Preston 2 points away from winning the set. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with more first set action after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
All right, Preston 2 points away from winning the first set here tonight. 23-17. Served by Madsen, played by Carter. Back outside, Anderson, that's dug out by Madsen. As they'll bump it back over as Wakely comes from nowhere to play that over. As Gilbert is blocked at the net there by the Indians. Panthers give it back to the Indians on another free ball. Comes back to Dunn. That's blocked at the net. Wakely, that's partially blocked. However, they keep it alive. Gilbert again blocked at the net by the Indians. Carter will play it over. Set outside. Back to White. That's off the block and out of bounds. Set point for the Indians. 24-17. White with a couple of kills here in the first set. So here's Avery Madsen to serve. As the serve played in the back row, set it outside. It's off the block and down. Give the point to Aiden Anderson as she was able to tool the block and they get the deflection. Still leading by 6, however, are the Indians at 24-18 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As Aiden Anderson will serve here again. Serve to Wakely. Back set. That's going to be too long and out of bounds as White goes too deep. 24-19. So the Panthers survive a couple of set points. Anderson serves again. Comes to Ware, set by Madsen, outside White, blocked, kept alive, back over onto the Panthers side. They're able to get it out of the net and then get it back over onto the Preston side again. Hess is blocked, it goes out of bounds. The block there was by Libby Gilbert, but it went directly along the net, out of bounds over onto the far side, and Preston will win the first set here, 25-19, as they go up 1 set to none in this best-of-5 match. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. Set number 2 on the way next here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
It's always nice to know who you're working with, especially when it comes to legal documents, loans, and title insurance tied to your home. Company-wide, Northern Title has been providing exceptional title work since 1977. In the Preston office, you work with Jan Stone, Monique Bear, Melanie Olson, Cassidy Loya, Afton Jones, and Charlie Bear. Let us answer any questions you have about title work, title insurance, and closings. We look forward to serving all of your title needs. Northern Title in Preston, Idaho. Good deeds done daily. Contact us today.
Go Preston! Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
Make the best deal you can. When it's time to buy or sell commercial or residential real estate, it's important to have Elisa Benson on your team. She is helpful, knowledgeable, honest, friendly, hardworking, and results-oriented. As a graduate of Preston High School, Elisa understands the real estate markets in Idaho and Utah. Call Elisa Benson today, North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Elisa Benson, your proactive, trusted advisor.
There's no better family activity than a night out at the movies. Worm Creek Opera House Theater on State Street in Preston is your local home for first-run family movies. The historic theater offers top-flight comfort, the coolest refreshments, and quality entertainment, all at family prices. Stop by the Worm Creek Opera House at 70 South State Street in downtown Preston. For tickets, showtimes, and a list of upcoming attractions, go to wormcreek.org.
Listen for Dan Hubbard and Preston Indian Sports on KACH.
And coming up this weekend at the Worm Creek, it's the first of a couple of weekends of special live production of The Sound of Music. For showtimes, tickets, and future attractions, check out their website at wormcreek.org. So Preston wins the first set, 25-19, as we get ready to go to set number 2, brought to you by Yardmaster. Yardmaster brings you the lawn of your dreams, and you know what? It all comes at a 100% guarantee. Call Yardmaster Services at 435-755-6872 for a free quote. So set number 2 ready to get started as we clear the scoreboard. And Preston will serve, and Avery Madsen will open up here set 2 with the serve for the Indians as the back set played over, and a good play there by Libby Gilbert to record her first kill of the match, as it'll be 1-0 in favor of Snake River as they'll get the serve back after the side out. Time called, letting everybody move around. Emma Cook will now serve here for the Panthers. As she goes deep, played there by Wakely. Outside set, back to White. That's too long and out of bounds. 2-0 in favor of Snake River. Now, even in the match that Preston win that didn't go 5 sets, after Preston won set 1 here on Saturday, Snake River came back to win set 2. As it's played over short by the Indians, played back over, and once again the Panthers just give it back. Back set, Hess tries to go cross court, cut off there by Anderson, back to Gilbert, and Gilbert will be dug out in the back row by Donaldson. Back outside, White, blocked at the net. Can Preston keep it alive? They do. As it comes back to Wakely, and it's going to be too long. Remember we talked about Wakely has to have a good, consistent balance between attack and error. Well, she has 1 kill so far in the match, but she's committed 3 hitting errors so far already, as the serve will go out of bounds, and Preston has their first point of the second set. So 3-1 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Mackley White serving, dug out by Carter. They'll set it on the outside to Grace Gilbert, off the block, kept alive, back to Gilbert. It stays on the Panthers side of the net as Gilbert will just bounce it over. Outside, Wakely down the line, in. Big attack by Taylor Wakely for the point. Look at it again on the Northern Title Instant Replay. As it comes up, and Taylor will take it right down the line and get the point. 3-2 as the serve comes into the back row. Again, they'll come back to Gilbert off the block at the net, and she gets the point as it falls just in front of the sliding Donaldson. So 4-2, Panthers on top on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As once again, it'll be the libero, Tally Carter, to serve. Carter goes deep, played there by Taylor Wakely. Her attack was partially blocked but kept alive by the Panthers as Gilbert bumps it back over. Reverse to Hess. That's off the net and kept alive here by the Indians. They go short again, and it'll be a point again for the Panthers as the ball doesn't quite make it over the net. 5-2. Carter to serve again. That's going to go too long and out of bounds. 5-3. On that play at the net a moment ago, it looked like he was going to say it was...
We were saying that the other team had touched the ball at the net.
Okay.
So therefore, it was not 4 hits.
Very good. Then Preston ended up getting the point. So the serve comes deep, the outside set. Boy, a little miscommunication as Grace Gilbert just bumps it over. Free ball for the Indians. Hess plays it back. Again, they'll set it for Gilbert from way off the line. That's dug out by Wakely. They'll set it again for Hess. Blocked. And can they get it back over? Yes, they do. Madsen gets it back over just in the nick of time. Gilbert, again, partially blocked at the net. Outside, Wakely again. That's blocked this time as it was Libby Gilbert at the net. Comes back to Nelson. Off the hands and out of bounds. Good plays by the Indians to keep the ball alive as Ellie Nelson able to get the ball back over as the Panthers couldn't control it, and it goes to a 5-4 set here. As again, it'll be Morgan Donaldson to serve here for Preston. Deep middle serve. Outside, Gilbert tools the block and gets the point. Gilbert with 3 kills tonight as the Panthers go back up by 2 again. It's 6-4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Matthews, serve played by Wakely. They'll set it back to Taylor as that's going to be dug out up into the rafters. As good play by the Panthers to chase it down and get it back over. In the middle again, back to Nelson, block. Get it back over. Ellie back to her feet. Does indeed that. Get it back over. Back set outside again. It's Grace Gilbert and the block. And what a sequence by Ellie Nelson. A kill that wouldn't go over. Then able to get back to her feet. She had a play blocked, but then kept things alive and then ended up getting the point. 6-5. Preston back within a point again. As the middle set this time comes to Driscoll, she hits it into the net. And we're tied at 6. Couple of hitting errors by Driscoll so far here tonight. Sophie Hess serving. It comes back over onto the Preston side, and there is Ellie Nelson as the ball was coming over just to slam the lid shut as she picks up another point, and Preston now takes the lead again at 7-6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard here in set number 2, brought to you by Yardmaster. Hess serves again as the serve comes to Anderson. Played there. Matthews will bump it over. And once again, another free ball for the Indians. They set it to Knapp. She tries to go short. Carter has the play there as the Anderson on the attack. That's blocked at the net. And Carter again will bump it back over. Another free ball here for the Indians. The outside set. Wakely from well off the net, able to pick up the point. So Wakely, look at it again, as that ball came to her well off of the net, back near the 10-foot line, but she was still able to drive it home and pick up the point. She now has 2 kills in this set, 3 overall. Nice sliding dig by Carter. Can they get it back? Oh, heck of a play by Anderson to keep it alive. Back to Nelson, blocked at the net. Anderson kept the point alive and then made the block to get the point for her team. That's a heck of a play. 8-7, Preston on top. Side out gives the serve back to the Panthers again. As once again it's Grace Gilbert to serve. Dug out by Wakely in the middle. Nelson out of bounds. They're going to say it was touched at the net. Nope, I guess not. So the point goes again to the Panthers. 8-8. Serve comes back. Wakely on the opposite. Blocked and down. And once again, it's Driscoll and Libby Gilbert on the blocks as they get the point and take the lead again, back to 9-8. Second set going back and forth. Serve. Nice play by Wakely. Back on the Panthers side. Kept alive by the Indians. Back to Wakely again. That's partially touched. Dug out. And no. It'll be down and a point for the Indians. So give the kill to Wakely. And we're tied at 9. You talked about teams being tired after the second set.
We're tired.
I'm tired just watching them go back and forth. 9-9 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Wakely to serve. The outside set. Gilbert hits it right through the block and picks up the point to make it 10-9 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as the Panthers retake the lead again. Presley Matthews will rotate back onto the floor as she'll replace Faye Driscoll, and it'll be Matthews to serve. Serve comes short, played there by White. Back set as it comes to Wakely, who hits it well too long and out of bounds. So point again goes to the Panthers. They lead by 2, 11-9. As that's going to be a virtually unreturnable serve. Wakely kind of played it into an unreturnable serve as she wasn't able to handle it. Tonight's match brought to you by Elisa Benson. When it's time to put your real estate, your commercial or real estate up for sale, trust Elisa Benson at North Realty Idaho or North Realty Utah. As the Indians not able to get it back over. Another point here for the Panthers to make it 13-9. Matthews serving, played by the Indians, set for Nelson in the middle. That's kept alive. Matthews will bump it back over again. Again, another ball looked like it was headed out, but played by the Indians. Matthews dives to keep it alive. Grace Gilbert from the back row hits it out of bounds. Point for Preston. 13-10 here in the second set. As Ware with the serve comes back over onto the Preston side. Challenge for it at the net will be won by the Panthers. As there at the net was Libby Gilbert, able to pick up the point, 14-10. Good serve. They'll set it again as it comes to Dunn. That's blocked at the net, and Preston again can't play it. So the block fell back onto the Preston side, and they couldn't quite dig it out of the net to keep the ball alive. As Snake River goes up by 5, that's their biggest lead here in the second set at 15-10 on the Flying S Circle and Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. As that just ticks off the top of the net, hits Sophie Hess in the back of the head. She never knew it was coming, and it's 16-10. Here's Anderson to serve again. She goes short. That's dug out by White. Set in the middle comes to Dunn, played by Gilbert. Libby Gilbert on the attack, blocked at the net by the Indians. As Knapp gets a block there. Back on the Preston side, as they'll set it outside. As it comes back outside to White, but another block at the net. This time it's Ava Morrell. And the point makes it 17-10 Panthers on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard. And Preston needs a timeout as Coach Knapp will take one. We'll take a timeout as well here on the second set as you're watching and listening on the My Local Radio Sports Network. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, Preston trails by 7, 17-10 on the Flying S Thailand Escrow scoreboard as we play here in set 2. And we need to wipe up a little moisture here right in front of the Preston bench. So timeout while they drag the towel out and do that. Now I believe we're ready. As now our down official comes over to talk to the scorers table here for a moment. As again, you looked at Coach Knapp. Now he points over to the chair official and says, okay, we're ready. So 17-10. And Aiden Anderson will continue her serve here for the Panthers. Good, deep, hard serve. Comes back over onto the Panther side. Outside set, Libby Gilbert into the net. Point for the Indians. Pretty good set. She just hit it low and hit it into the net. So 17-11. And it'll be Avery Madsen once again to serve here for Preston. Played by Carter in the middle. Outside as it comes back out there to Avery Matthews. Matthews cuts the court and gets the point. Boy, she really cut that. That ball didn't even get back past the 10-foot line. But it fell on the Preston side, and it's now 18-11. Emma Cook back in to serve here for the Panthers. As the set on the opposite comes back to White, played there. They dig it back out. Again on the opposite for the Panthers. Matthews gets dug out. Again, the Indians able to keep it alive as Hess. That goes off the hands of Cook. Again kept alive, and Cook will play it deep back into the corner as the Indians have to play it there. White goes down the line and in. Nice play by the Indians as they were able to keep the ball alive that was headed for the deep left corner. They get it back outside to White, and Mackley able to go right down the line and pick up the point. Back with you live again at 18-12. Set here on the near side. That's Grace Gilbert as she'll go across the court for the point. (19-12). As Tally Carter will serve here again for the Panthers. Preston just kind of scrambling here, trying to stay close, although they trail by 7. As off the top of the net, that's dug out by Wakely. Kept alive, again comes to Hess, down the line, that's in. 19-13. Sophie Hess with 3 kills here in the match. With that one, as now it'll be Morgan Donaldson to come in and serve again here for Preston. 19-13, they're back to within 6. Donaldson serve, played by Cook. Set on the reverse to Matthews, blocked. As Nelson collects another block for the Indians. They go short, nice diving dig there as Hatch able to get it back up. And then the return shot by the Indians, that goes too long and out of bounds. 20-13. So here's Avery Matthews now to serve. Avery, the serve to Wakely. They set it again for Wakely. Blocked. Kept up again by the Indians. They got to get it back over as Hess will just bump it over. Here's a ball right back at the net as Wakely able to go up. Now they're going to say that she was in the net, as the point will belong to the Indians.
The Panthers just couldn't return it.
So the ball got into the net. Panthers couldn't return it. 20-14 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As coming back out onto the floor here, here's Victoria Priestley to serve here. As the first point that Donaldson able to run up and make the dig. Comes to Nelson, as Ellie Nelson able to find that deep right corner again, as she has her third kill of the match, and Preston back to within 5 now at 20-15 here in set number 2. Preston leads 1-0. They won the first set 25-19. Priestley serves again. On the reverse, comes to Gilbert, played there by Priestley. Back outside, Wakely. Carter's got that one on the dig. Now back to Anderson. She goes short just over the block. And another point here for the Panthers to make it 21-15 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. So Grace Gilbert will serve here, but she serves it into the net. Wow. Talk about a break for the Indians. 21-16 on the service error by Gilbert. Here's Wakely serving for Preston. She goes deep left, played there, set outside as it's Libby Gilbert with a miss hit. That doesn't make it over the net, and it'll be 21-17. Preston not going into that good night all that quietly. Wakely to serve again. Again, deep middle. They set it in the middle as it comes to Anderson. Nice play there by Donaldson to keep it alive. Nelson bumps it over. So free ball for the Panthers. It comes back to Gilbert again. She goes short, kept up again by the Indians as they bump it back over to the Panthers. On the opposite this time as it goes to Anderson, who tools the block and gets the point. 22-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as the Indians try to mount a comeback, but when they do, the Panthers are always right there just to foil them and get the point back. Here's Matthews serving. Comes to Wakely. And somehow snuck over the net. So set back outside. Gilbert partially blocked. Comes back to Wakely in the back. Nelson needs to just bump it over as it comes to Gilbert in the back row. On the opposite, Anderson. It's in. Get a look at that one as Anderson gets a chance with really nobody coming up to the net to block her, as she had a chance to hit it from the opposite side and be able to pick up the point, and it's 23-17. Anderson now with 5 kills on the night. Knapp, that's going to be in the corner. Nice play by Macy Knapp to keep the set alive. 23-18. As the Indians will give the ball back to Braxton Ware again and let her serve. 23-18. Ware serving to Carter. Outside Anderson off the block, and it's a set point here for the Panthers. As Anderson tools the block, 24-18. As Aiden Anderson will now serve here, looking to pick up the second set, as that's going to go too long and out of bounds. So that's set point number 1 survived by the Indians, but Preston's still down by 5 points at 24-19. Preston with a couple of subs that'll rotate in Hess returns. Madsen returns. It'll be Avery who'll go back and serve. 24-19, set point number 2 here for the Panthers. As the serve, deep middle played by Carter. In the center, off the offhand, that's Morrell. Tried to be dug by the Indians. They couldn't play it. It goes out of bounds, and it's set point for the Panthers as they will come back and they will claim set number 2 by the same score as the first set as they win it 25-19. We're tied at 1 set apiece as we'll go to set number 3 coming up right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Friday night, the Preston Indian football team will play their final game of the year when the Snake River Panthers come to town. It'll also be senior night, so come out and say thank you to a fine group of seniors. The pregame show gets started about 6:15 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on mylocalradio.com, your home for Preston sports.
Hi, I'm Brad Phillips, professional trainer and owner of Puppy Steps Training. I believe that life is more enjoyable with a well-trained dog. That's why my team and I have come together to give you the ultimate dog training experience through Puppy Steps Training. Our 8-week board and train program is specifically designed to give your puppy a head start on life. Along with access to our extensive training material, you will receive daily progress reports, weekly photo and video updates, and a hands-on training demonstration. Discover the ultimate dog training experience with Puppy Steps Training, the premier dog training facility in northern Utah, and proud supporter of Westside and Preston High School athletics.
Webb Funeral Home is proud to be the leading provider of funeral services in northern Cache Valley, including southeast Idaho, for almost 100 years. We are a full-service mortuary offering the highest quality services with very affordable pricing. We have plans to meet everyone's budget, from traditional funeral services to graveside services and cremation options. We gladly provide free insurance coverage review, quality headstones and monuments, as well as funeral transcriptions. Let us answer any questions you might have by calling us at 208-852-0533. Webb Funeral Home, a trusted name in funeral service since 1925.
When you're hungry for a delicious burger, roast beef sandwich, and an ice-cold soda, stop at Papa J's Deli in Clifton, Idaho. You'll get an amazing meal at an affordable price, and you'll enjoy great conversation. Papa J's is famous for the best beef jerky, but you'll also find a delicious menu, a friendly staff, great snacks, and good friends at Papa J's Deli. Stop in today to satisfy your hunger. Papa J's, 10 South Main Highway, Clifton, Idaho.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in the industrial construction and support services since 1982. We have the crews and equipment for hydro excavation, dirt and equipment hauling, as well as produced and potable water hauling. We also offer septic tank cleaning services, portable toilets, and roll-off dumpster rentals for facility shutdowns, on location or for your next outdoor event. Call us today to discuss how we can help with your next project. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
First point of set number 3 underway as the Panthers give it back over to the Indians again. Back set. Hess partially blocked, played there by the Panthers. Off the net, it's Anderson, plays it deep again. Outside, White goes down the line, touched, and Gilbert can't got a hand on it but couldn't play it. It'll be a point for the Indians. On the touch, they win point number 1 here in set 3. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Set 3 brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. As it'll be Mackley White to serve here for the Indians. Oops, she serves it into the net, and it's a 1-1 tie. So we'll look for signs of fatigue for both of these teams who have played very emotional matches today already. And we're tied at 1 set apiece, so we know we're going at least 4. As Donaldson plays that outside for the Indians. Back to Wakely as she hammers it off the hands of Anderson outside for the point. Look at it again on the Northern Title replays. The big set. Look out. Here comes the Preston hitter. Wakely. Well, you can't hardly get your hands up fast enough as that ball goes screaming by. 2-1, Preston leads on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Outside set comes to Gilbert. She tries to go short. Wakely has it. They set it back to Wakely, who goes short again. Is Anderson able to bump it forward? Carter gets it back over onto the Preston side. Back to Hess. Blocked at the net, but not able to make the play as it goes out of bounds. Point for the Indians. 3-1. Donaldson serves now again for the Indians. As that's going to go just long. Well, you can't walk out and set the ball near the line and get it closer than that without it being in bounds.
All it takes is the ball has to touch the paint.
3-2. Preston leading. Served by Carter goes into the net to make it 4-2 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Carter with her first hitting error of the night. As once again it'll be Sophie Hess now to go back and serve here for the Indians. Hess. Deep middle played by Cook. Back set, Matthews. As what was that?
In the net.
In the net. So Preston called in the net. Point for the Panthers. As our rules expert, Ernest Dixon, lets us know what the call was. Next point serve comes from Matthews, and again, very close to the net. And again, it is Anderson able to reach up and poke it back over, and Preston not able to up to the challenge at the net. And we're tied at 4 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As Victoria Presley is going to come back in again. The freshman, not sure exactly where she's supposed to be. She's still running around, looks over the bench and holds her hands out. Matthews with the serve. Goes short. Wakely can't play it, as that'll be an ace for Matthews. And it's 5-4. Snake River on top. Serve to Wakely. Outside set. Knapp tries to go short. Blocked. Knapp able to get it back up. Blocked again as Grace Gilbert gets her hands up above the net as she makes the block and gets the point. (6-4) Snake River. Don't forget the winner of this match plays Bear Lake for the district title on Thursday. Wakely up along the line, able to get it as that's going to land untouched. And it's now 6-5 as give Taylor another kill. That's only her 4th of the night, but a big one right there for the Indians to get her back to within a point at 6-5 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As Wakely will now serve here again. Carter. Well, that's a tough return. Anderson will get it back over as they play it to Donaldson. Set by Priestley. Outside goes to White. Off the net, and that'll be a point for the Panthers. As off the net, Preston could not get it back up. 7-5 here in set number 3, brought to you by Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. So here's Grace Gilbert serving again. As the back set will come to Knapp. That's blocked as Libby Gilbert able to step up and pick up a block. And another point again for the
Preston.
Preston got that point?
Yep, ball was out of bounds.
Okay, so the block went out of bounds. So point for the Indians, make it 7-6. Just when I start to think I'm understanding this game. Outside set, Gilbert. Off the hands of Priestley, and it's a point. 8-6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Gilbert has another kill. She has been solid on the night, but has only 2 kills to her name now. as Presley Matthews will come back and serve. 8-6. Snake River leading on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Set there, done. That's partially blocked. Kept alive again by the Panthers as Gilbert bumps it over with a free hand. As Knapp has to go and get it. And once again, the Indians will give it right back here as they'll set it back to Griffin or Anderson. And Anderson with the big attack. She hit it at the freshman Priestley and gets the point.
I was counting the number of decisions the officials are making on that one play, 15.
9-6, Panthers on top. Set outside, Knapp. Played there by Gilbert. They flick it back over onto the Preston side. They give it back to White this time. White hits it at Matthews. That's kept alive. As it comes back to Gilbert. Nice sliding attack and save there by Ware. As the White gets it back over again. Back to Gilbert. As again, she hits it at Priestley and gets the point. Anderson's 8th kill of the match. And it's 10-6. Panthers leading here in set number 3. The serve goes short, comes to Knapp. That's played back over. Priestley will set it as it comes to Dunn in the middle. That's played over. On the opposite, Anderson hits it into the net. Point for the Indians, 10-7 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. As Avery Madsen comes back onto the floor, she will serve again. Priestley and Knapp both leave for the Indians. Madsen's serve, she goes down the line, played by Cook. Comes back over, Anderson bumps it over. Again, the Indians have trouble with it, and they have to just give it back to the Panthers. Back outside, Gilbert. A touch and out of bounds. So the touch ruled by the corner official. Point again for the Panthers. It's 11-7 here in this pivotal third set. Here's Anderson to serve. Goes to Ware in the deep middle. Ware was standing in front of Wakely. Had to push her out of the way to be able to get to the ball. Ball partially blocked, comes back to the Indians. Set to Wakely. Has to try to play it deep. That's kept alive. Back set, Matthews. He tries to go cross court, but hits it too wide. Point comes back over to Preston now as they trail by 3, 11-8 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. White serving. Boy, that's tough. Just did barely get it over the net. Matthews flicks it over. Free ball here for the Indians. They'll set it to Dunn. Partially blocked and down. Nice play by Dunn. Drives it through the block. It's 11-9 as Preston back to within 2 again. Carly Dunn with 3 kills in the match here tonight. First serve comes to Anderson in the back. They'll bump it over. As again, free ball here for the Indians. Back to Dunn again. Carter again able to keep that ball alive as they flick it back over onto the Preston side. Here's Wakely. She can't get it past Anderson. Anderson sets it outside to Gilbert. Goes short for the point. No, Preston able to keep it up. What'd they call? They called it a good dig or on the floor? Nope, they're going to call it down on the Preston side, so the point goes to the Panthers. As Coach Knapp comes over and asks, he says, "Did you call that down?" And he shook his head and said yes. So 12-9. As again, the Panthers go back up by 3. As once again, here is
we're going to talk about
Emma Cook. Now we're going to talk about it before we go any further. So it gives us a chance to remind you, tonight's match brought to you by our friends at Flying S Title and Escrow. When you need a title company, choose the one who's been serving its customers for over 119 years. That, of course, is Flying S Title and Escrow. And by Rocky Mountain Power Watt Smart Homes. Now, Rocky Mountain Power Watt Smart Homes provides rebates to residential customers for energy-efficient upgrades made around the house. Find out how that could apply to you at wattsmarthomes.com today.
Yep.
As they will indeed give the point to the Panthers, and it stays 12-9. So here's Cook to serve at 12-9. Here in the third set. We're tied at one set apiece. Cook waiting for the officials. Now they blow the whistle, and the serve is going to be too long. So what was a 50-50 point won by the Panthers, and they end up giving it right back as the serve goes out of bounds. 12-10 is Cook with the service error. There's Morgan Donaldson now to serve for Preston. They hit it at Gilbert with the dig. Now set it back to Gilbert, as that's going to go out of bounds. Point for the Indians. 12-11. Donaldson serves again. Dug out by Carter. Back set this time. Blocked at the net by Preston. Comes back over onto the Panthers side. Comes to Gilbert. She'll bump it over. Free ball here for Preston. The set in the middle. As that comes to Nelson. That's dug out, but the dig goes out of bounds off the hands of Carter. Point again for the Indians. And it's now 12-12 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Donaldson serve. Comes to Carter in the middle. Back outside. Gilbert. Cross court and in. Had that nice little crease right in the middle of the floor. She found the angle right across court. Gets the point. Faye Driscoll's going to rotate back in here now for the Panthers as they take the lead again at 13-12. Serve comes to Wakely. They set it back to Wakely. That's off the block and a point again as Driscoll with the block turns it into a point. That's 3 blocks for Faye Driscoll, and it's 14-12 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as the Panthers have the lead. Served by Carter. Played by the Indians. Back outside. Wakely's going to go short. Tapped up just enough to keep it alive, so the Panthers give it back to the Indians again as it comes back to Hess. Touch, but Cook able to make the play. Back to Gilbert. She hits it back deep in the court. Back to Wakely again, but we're going to have a double hit on the set. And it's a point for the Panthers, who now make it 15-12 as they go back up by 3 again. Next serve comes in from Carter. Back to Wakely again. Again, they'll set it back to Taylor. Blocked at the net, and that'll be good for another point. As Driscoll and Matthews there for the blocks this time. And once again, 16-12, the Panthers go up by 4 again on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. And once again, Coach Knapp wants a timeout for the Indians. 16-12, back in a minute here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
When it comes to all things electrical, Sean Carter and the guys at S&T Electrical should always be your go-to crew. With experience in everything from new construction to repairs, service, and new installations, S&T Electrical is professional and friendly in all they do. Your electrical work will be done right. Call S&T Electric today at 208-852-5878.
This is Sean Carter with S&T Electric. It's what we do.
Tonight's match also brought to you by Ready Support Services. If you're interested in joining their team, visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready. 16-12, Panthers lead here in set number 3. Getting down to those important points now as we head into the later stages of the set. Good diving dig by the Indians as they get it back to Hess, as Hess goes cross court and finds the corner. 16-13. Madsen leaves. Knapp comes back in for Preston. Hess will serve. Sophie's serve comes along the line, played there. Bump it back in the middle. Gilbert tries to get it back over, stays on the Snake River side, but they're able to give it back to the Indians again. In the middle, back to Nelson as she goes along the line and finds it just inside the line. Good running little two-hand shove by Ellie as she picks up her 5th kill of the match, and it's 16-14. Preston still trails by 2, but they're on a roll here, as it'll be Sophie Hess to continue her serve. Serve comes to Carter. Set outside, Gilbert. Cross court. Richardson gets hands on it, keeps it alive. Preston will give it right back as they'll set it again outside to Gilbert. That's blocked this time. Carter with the dig. They flick it back over, and it goes out of bounds. The little flick into the open area, Hess was trying to charge up to get back into position but couldn't get there in time. 17-14 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard, as once again it is the Panthers back on top. As that dig played, but Indians not able. The original dig was by Wakely, but the Indians rather couldn't make the secondary plays to try to keep the point alive, and it's 18-14. Matthews serves to Wakely, set back to Wakely, into the net, 19-14. Point again for the Panthers. It's 5 hitting errors now for Taylor, as compared to 4 kills on the match. Matthews serves again. Wakely's got that on the bump. Back outside, Knapp will bump it over. So here is the set outside, back to Gilbert, goes down the line and in. Grace Gilbert gets on top of it and just hammers it down the line. As she charges, can't get that. They dive for it in the back row, but there's no getting that. As we're back with you live again, 20-14. Serve comes to Wakely. Comes to Knapp, she bumps it over. Again, free ball for the Indians. As it comes to Carter, she gives it right back to Preston. Set outside, Wakely. Boy, that looked like it was going out, but Cook played it anyway and kept it alive. Now it's back over onto the Preston side again, back to Wakely again. As Carter able to make the dig, can they get it out of the net, keep it alive? As they'll be called a double hit. Point for the Indians. So why was that a double hit?
I'm not sure.
Same person maybe hit it twice?
Well, there is that possibility. Or he could have just been bouncing from hand to hand.
20-15. Wakely serves for the Indians. Gilbert on the opposite side now plays it. Back over onto, as it comes to Anderson. Again, kept alive by the Indians. Charging to get it. Cook with a diving save. Back over onto the Preston side. Not a good set for Wakely, but she plays it over deep anyway. Outside, Anderson. That's going to be just a little bit too long. Point again for Preston. 20-16 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard as Preston whittles their way back into within 4. Set number 3. Well, who's going to win this? They're going to give somebody a real advantage, but who wants it? Served by Wakely, dug out, but it'd be an ace. Taylor's got her first ace tonight, just the second ace for the Indians on the match. Makes it 20-17. Both the first 2 games were settled in the same score, 25-19. Next serve again comes to Cook. Outside, Anderson blocked. Kept back up alive again. They get it back over onto the Preston side. Nelson flicks it back deep. Outside. That's played there, back over onto the Preston side. Set on the opposite, comes to Knapp. She goes down the line and out of bounds. Wow. That looked like it was on the line. That's an iffy call. Let's get another look at it. I'm not sure we can see that back line good enough or not. No, we can't. But certainly an iffy call. As it'll stay a point for the Panthers, 21-17. Misplayed by the Indians, 22-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We'll see how much starch that takes out of the Indians' bonnet with that bad call. As the serve comes, played by Wakely. Knapp, cross court, out of bounds. 23-17.
Coach was asking for a touch. Now she wants
now she wants a timeout instead of the touch. 23-17, timeout Preston as they trail by 6 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston. Tonight's match also brought to you by West Motors, your only stop for newer used cars in Preston and in Logan. Now a proud member of the Mountain West Auto Group.
Being a line judge is not an easy thing.
No, I wouldn't think so. 23-17, Preston trails by 6. Set at the net. White gets it over once, they get it back to her. And once again, the Panthers keep it alive as it comes back to Gilbert. Played back over onto the Preston side. Here comes Wakely from back deep. As again, Avery Matthews with the dig, rattles around up in the rafters, comes back down. As Driscoll will give it back to the Indians again. Outside, White again partially blocked, kept alive by the Panthers. As it comes back to Gilbert, she goes short, dug out. Can they get it? And nope. The dig came over into the bench area, the scorer's table area. Macy Knapp tried to make the play and then couldn't get it back on the floor. Set point here for the Panthers as it's 24-17. Grace Gilbert serves for the set. Outside, White dug out by Gilbert. Comes back over onto the Preston side, however, as they'll set it again in the middle as Nelson with the touch. That comes back again over to the Panthers, who give it back to the Indians. As White dug out in the back row. Nice dig again by Gilbert as they get it back over to Preston again. Outside, Knapp. That's dug out. Is Gilbert doing all the digging? As coming across, White able to make that play. Back to Wakely. Taylor got the point. Odds that ball is down. So Preston able to survive another set point. It's 24-18. As again, Braxton Ware will serve here for Preston. Still got work to do as Preston survives set point number 1 here in set number 3. Ware serves. Played by Carter. Outside, Gilbert. That's a tough play to Gilbert. It's in the net. She can't get it out, and it's 24-19. Have we heard that score before?
Yep.
24-19, Preston trailing by 5 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Here's the serve from Ware. It's going to be dug out. Comes to Anderson in the middle. Outside, and that is Gilbert. Libby Gilbert plays it too long, and it's 24-20. Here come the Indians, 3 straight points. Ware will serve again here for Preston, down by 4. Serve comes to Anderson in the back row. Now set back to Anderson. As again at the net, and it's going to be Indians with a double hit. A point for the Panthers.
On the net.
on the net, and they will win it the third set, I should say, by the final score of 25-20. So the Panthers now go up 2-1, and Preston has to go to the fourth set knowing they have to win or their season is over. We'll go to set 4 coming up on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Purchasing land or a new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
It's always refreshing to shop where you know you'll be appreciated. It's even better to know that you can get everything you need, quality parts at fair prices. The team at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest appreciates every customer. They work hard to make sure that you have the right part the first time, on time. Whether it's motorcycles, farm and ranch, lawn and garden, or car or truck parts, you can always get it all at Preston Auto Parts CarQuest. Stop in where you'll be treated like a friend. 17 South State Street, Preston.
For 78 years, West Motor Company has stood by your family. While the generations have come and gone, our commitment to quality and service has never wavered. Our team is here to ensure you find the vehicle that keeps your loved ones safe on every journey. When trust matters most, choose West Motor Company, now proud to be part of the Mountain West Auto Group.
When you think of outdoor adventure, you might think of snow machines, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, motorcycles, or even cutting wood or taking care of the lawn. No matter what your definition of outdoor adventure is, always remember Ultimate Power Sports. We carry brand names like Polaris, Can-Am, Yamaha, Skidoo, Stihl, and Toro. Offering sales and service, your fun really does begin at Ultimate Power Sports. With multiple in-store financing options, we can help you have outdoor adventures right now. Stop in today, Ultimate Power Sports in Logan and Preston.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right. Looking over at the Preston side of the gym, a lot of long faces. They've seen this before as Snake River has beaten the Indians twice in 5 sets this year. As we go to the fourth, Snake River holds a 2-1 lead. Preston needs to win this set to keep their season alive as Matson serves down the line out of bounds. Fourth set tonight brought to you by Papa J's. Remember, when you stop in for lunch in Clifton, pick up some of their world-famous jerky, or you can order it online at papajays.com. 1-0. Snake River gets the first point of set number 4. Serve comes to Donaldson. Played by Matson. Outside, touched at the net, but kept alive by the Panthers. Back to Gilbert. Matson's got that off the hands of Donaldson and out of bounds. Grace Gilbert with kill number 5 tonight. And Snake River goes up 2-0 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Cook to serve. Tough dig as it's back onto the Preston side. Back at the net. Again, off a set of hands. As again, it's Grace Gilbert just hanging out around the net as the ball found her. And she drives it home for her another kill, and it's 3-0. On the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. They go short. Wakely with the dig. Outside, White blocked at the net. Preston keeps it alive. Matson back to get it. Back to Wakely, who gets blocked at the net. As the block there played by Ava Morrell, and it falls back on the Preston side. And Snake River jumps out 4-0 here in the fourth set on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Cook serves again at 4-0. Madsen outside, blocked. Madsen able to keep it back up again. As again, miscommunication by the Indians as Wakely was coming up to play it, and White got in her way. 5-0. Coach Knapp can't afford this one to get away because this is your season. As White bumps it back over. Here's a free ball again here now for the Panthers. As off the block, it goes off another set of hands as Ava Morrell with her first kill of the night. 6-0. Panthers out in front on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. As the serve from Cook comes to Wakely in the middle. That's done. That's played by Carter. They get it back over as it comes to Gilbert. Dug out by Richardson for the Indians. They go short again. White, that's dug out, however, by Anderson. Carter gets it back over as it bounces off the top of the net, and it's going to be a point again for the Panthers. Smart play by Donaldson. As the ball was deflected, she came up and tried to kick at it. She kicked it into the net, but then the ball still landed on the Preston side. 7-0 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Timeout taken by the Indians. We'll be right back.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Let me tell you about the perfect snack. For decades, Papa J's has been making old-fashioned jerky. The meat is hand-trimmed, sliced, and seasoned. Every tender, flavorful stick is individually sealed to hold that famous Papa J's flavor and freshness. With different flavors, Papa J's jerky is perfect for your food storage, perfect for your lunch, perfect for travel snacks, perfect for a horseback ride, and perfect for a gift. Papa J's Gourmet Beef Jerky. Order online today at papaj's.com. That's papaj's.com.
So back here at Bear Lake High School, 7 straight points to open the set here for the Panthers. Cook's serve continues. She goes kind of right in the middle. She's short to Wakely. Big attack by the Indians, dugout. Matthews over to get it, gets it back over onto the Preston side. Set comes to Hess. Hess hits it into the net. 8 straight points for the Panthers. $8-0 here in set number 4. The winner gets Bear Lake Thursday night. The loser of this match goes home. Their season will be done as it comes back and another block at the net, and down again as once again it's Morrell to slam the lid. 9-0. As the Panthers with 9 straight points to open this set. Cook's arm has got to be getting tired. She's served so many points in a row. Back to Wakely. That's dug out by Anderson. The outside set comes to Gilbert. Down the line, Wakely able to get to that. In the middle, nope, bad set. Comes back over onto the Panthers side, and Morrell has just a little gimme as she puts that away. 10-0 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Cook ready again. Serves short. Wakely's got that. Outside, White tries to go short down the line as it'll be a point for the Panthers as they say it was out of bounds.
The antenna.
So the little poke there by the Indians was outside of the antenna and out of bounds, and it's 11-0 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Cook serves again as it comes to Wakely. Bad return, ends up in the front rows of the seats. However, Preston able to keep it alive. Outside set as Gilbert partially blocked. Again, the Indians able to keep it alive. Wakely back to get it. Her attack is dug out by Carter. Back to Gilbert again as that comes back in the front row. As Madsen plays it over. The Panthers able to cover. Blocked by the Indians. As again, this one dug out again in the back row again by Wakely. As, again, the Indians play it outside of the antenna. 12 straight points by Snake River to open the set. 12-0 on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Cook serves again. Right in the middle to Wakely. As it comes short, played there by the Indians. Another free look here as Morrell has it off the top of the net. Grace Gilbert keeps it alive. Coming to get it is Anderson. Challenge for it. And finally, Preston breaks through as White, with a little challenge at the net, picks up the point. And it's 12-1. As everybody here from Snake River making noise as they like the way this set started for the Panthers. Good serve. Gilbert's got to go back and get it. Carter will bump it over. Free ball here for the Indians. Outside, Wakely. Nope. That'll be a double hit on the set, and it's 13-1. So the Indians right now can't get out of their own way. They trail 13-1. Here's Tally Carter to serve. Madsen with the set back to Wakely. That goes over. Outside, Gilbert down the line, out. You can hear the groans from everybody sitting around us, but the call was out. 13-2, Preston still trails on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard as Donaldson serves. Comes to Driscoll, as that'll be a lift against the Indians, and another point as it's 14-2.
It's hard when the ball's down below your knees to bring it up without violating.
It's got to be a violation just about. As there's a good dig by Donaldson on the service return. Wakely comes across, gets a touch off the hands of Gilbert, as Taylor's got another kill to make it 14-3. That's 5 kills for Taylor, 5 hitting errors. As here is Sophie Hess on to serve. 14-3. Outside, Gilbert, cross court, played by Hess. Preston able to keep it alive. Ellie Nelson bumps it over. As the set on the reverse comes back to Gilbert. Preston can't play it. She went soft, but again, Preston not able to play the shot. 15-3. Tonight's match brought to you by Stokes Market True Value, with the freshest meat and produce in Preston and throughout the Cache Valley. Stokes Market on State Street in Preston. Grace Gilbert to serve. Gets it over. In the middle, Nelson out of bounds. 16-3. Right now, the Panthers can do no wrong. Gilbert serves again. Wakely comes up to get it. Set back to Wakely. That's off the block, out of bounds. Libby Gilbert makes the block, but gives the kill to Taylor Wakely. That's her 6th. Preston stays within a dozen as it's 16-4 on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Wakely will serve here for Preston. Dug out by Gilbert. Outside, Libby Gilbert. Too long, no touch, out of bounds. 16-5. Preston won the first set, 25-19. Snake River won the second, 25-19, and the third, 25-20. Preston's back against the wall as Anderson gets it back over. Outside set comes back to White. Dug out again by Gilbert. They chase. Carter bumps it over. Played there by Wakely. Set comes to Nelson. It's touched and falls. Minor victories for the Indians that are back to within 10, 16-6 now on the Flying S Thailand escrow scoreboard. Wakely to serve again here for Preston. They need to string a bunch of points together in a hurry. Outside, Gilbert. Tries to go soft in the middle. Played by Donaldson. That again by White. That's played. They flip it back over. Free ball here. Preston almost misplayed it, and then they do. They give it back to Hess, and Hess can't return it. 17-6. Now, we've mentioned it a couple of times tonight. The Panthers seem perfectly content just to give it back to the Indians and make them make the play. As here
Let the Indians make their own mistakes at this point.
Exactly. That's exactly what's happening here in the fourth set. My point exactly. Thank you, Ernest Dixon. As partially blocked but down on the outside, White gets the kill. Just her third. 17-7. As once again, Braxton Ware will serve. Preston looking to advance out of the district semifinals tonight. As it comes, played there, and a touch against the Indians. As
You're giving it to the Indians.
Into the net first.
I don't know.
Either way, it's a point for Preston, and it's 17-8. But the ball was definitely touched going down the sidelines as the line judge certainly had the call. But then there was a net call against the Panthers.
Yep.
Panthers get it back over. Wakely, the set in the middle. Dunn has to go short. Kept alive by Matthews. The flick by Morrell for the point. 18-8. They back up by 10 again. Oops, they played it the other way. Point for the Indians. 17-9. Thought they called that for Preston. As that's through the hands of Carter. Gilbert's got to give chase. Now this has got to go over.
Nope.
And that's going to hit the ceiling. And another point for Preston, 17-10.
You have to play the ball before it goes over the net if it has touched the ceiling. And they didn't, so that's out of bounds.
So Preston trying to get back into set number 4. Short, Carter, back set, back to Cook. Plays it over, dug out by Hess. As the set comes to Macy Knapp and she hits it into the net. So Preston gives one of those points back, 18-10 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Here's Anderson serving. Tough serve, hard right at Wakely as they get it back over onto the Preston side. And once again, White will hit it too long. 19-10. Again, Anderson to serve at Wakely. Tough return once again. Comes back to Knapp. Just punches it over. Outside set. Libby Gilbert. Too long. Was a touch? No. Point for the Indians. 19-11 on the Flying S Tile and Escrow scoreboard. Tonight's match brought to you by Franklin County Medical Center. With the finest care you'll find in all of the Cache Valley. I'm going to need one coming up after this. This is certainly going to...
It's been a long day.
Certainly going to test the ticker. Serve to Anderson, mishandled, but the Panthers able to get it back over onto the Preston side. As it's done to drive it through the block. 19-12. They're just slowly nibbling away at that lead, but with the Panthers with 19 points already, they have enough time.
Does Preston have enough stamina?
Madsen with the serve. Set it outside. Cook. That's dug out again by Wakely. Back to Hess. And again off the hands at the net. And Hess has another kill. Her fourth. Preston back to within 6 now at 19-13. Madsen will serve again. Here in set number 4. As a good play there by Anderson. She flicks it over. Nice play by the Indians. They get it back up. Libby Gilbert blocked at the net and down as it is Carly Dunn to go up make the block and send it right back down and get the point. It's now 19-14. How close can the Indians get? Matson serve again. As again, Gilbert just pumps it over. Back to the Indians, comes to White. She'll play it deep corner and get the point again. Look at it again. As the set comes to Gilbert, she'll play it down the line. As Preston gets the lead back down to 4. It's now 19-15. Timeout on the floor called by the Panthers. We'll take it as well. Back right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
Ready has provided safety and excellence in industrial construction and support services since 1982. From insulation and scaffolding to paintings and coatings, our crews are standing by to assist with new construction, maintenance projects, facility shutdowns, and more. Contact us today to ensure your assets are protected and functional. Interested in joining our team? Visit ReadyUSA.com. We are ready.
All right, back to work here in the fourth. Preston has the serve, but they trail 19-15 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Matson to serve. Deep middle to Carter. Set it as it comes back to in the middle to Morrell again. Hess off the block as that's going to be out. Touched by the Panthers. Point for the Indians. So the Indians tool the block. 19-16 now, as the Preston Indians are back to within 3. Remember, they gave up the first 12 points of the set. Comes to Dunn. Played there, touched by Gilbert, kept alive. Carter's got to get it in from the back. She does. Dug out by Ware. Outside set, back to White. Nice diving dig by Grace Gilbert to Libby Gilbert. Gets it back over. Set, the back row comes to Wakely. She'll play it over, dug out by Anderson. As they just go soft, and Braxton Ware not able to get there in time. And it's 20-16. Panthers have the lead on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. They're 5 points away from getting the match and advancing to the final coming up Thursday night here against Bear Lake. Serve comes to Wakely. Outside, White. Is a little misplay there by Carter. Taylor Carter not able to get that one up. Preston gets a point back. It's 20-17 now. White will serve for the Indians. Serve played by Gilbert. It's going to come back over onto the Preston side, but the attack play kept alive there by the Panthers. As they get it back over, is Preston trying to scramble to cover that center area, and they couldn't get there in time. 21-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. Snake River now 4 points away. Carter will serve again. But that looked long. Ware played it anyway. Now that she's got to get it back over, and does. So free ball here for the Panthers. Outside, Gilbert off the block. Preston can't control it. 22-17. Gilbert with kill number 7 tonight. Carter to serve again. Played by the Indians. Outside as Wakely hits it too long. As the Indians are asking for a touch, but the chair official says, Too long by Wakely, 23-17. And timeout, again called by the Indians. So they're down 6 again, 23-17 on the Flying S Title and Escrow scoreboard. We'll take a timeout here on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, mylocalradio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
All right, getting down to the end here. Preston's nervous time. 23-17. Snake River leading here in set number 4. Carter with the serve, played by Wakely. Back set to Hess. Off the net, but down. Hess able to collect the point. 23-18. 5 kills now for Sophie Hess tonight. Morgan Donaldson to serve again. Once again, the Panthers 2 points away from winning the match. As the serve comes to the back row. Played. Matthews just has to bump it over. Boy, all of a sudden Preston just didn't cover that ball as Matson just has to give it back. Anderson sets it outside to Gilbert. Off the block, and it is down. Match point here for the Panthers. As Gilbert with her 8th kill of the night. Preston not able to get it. Preston's back now truly to the wall. 24-18. Matthews with the serve. Comes into the back row, played there. Madsen with not a good touch, as that's going to be out of bounds. Call something. Now they want to talk about it. The Panthers are celebrating on the floor, and now they don't know what to call. As the down official comes over to talk to the chair official to consult and decide what exactly it's going to be. If the point goes to the Panthers, the match is over. That would be set point. I think at this point you got to play it over. Nope, they're going to give it to the Indians. So Preston survives set match point number 1. You have to wonder if that conversation was, the Indians have played so well, we hate to have the match end like that, but I know it didn't go that way. 24-19 on the Flying Thailand Escrow scoreboard. Hess to serve. Played by Cook in the back row. Back outside. Touched at the net. Ball remains to the Indians as Nelson gets it back over. Again, they'll set it back outside. This time they go short, and Anderson with the point, and now it is over as the Snake River Panthers in the 3rd set out of 4 tonight that ends 25-19. As Preston falls tonight, and unfortunately they see their season come to an end as Snake River will advance. They will play for the district title coming up on Thursday against Bear Lake, and they've also secured themselves a spot in the state tournament as well. So the final score, Snake River wins 3-1 as the Indians head back over to the bench as their season comes to an end. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back. We'll have the post-game show coming up right after this. Stay with us here on the My Local Radio Sports Network. Tonight's game was brought to you by Northern Title, the trusted name in the tri-state area. Rocky Mountain Power, WattSmartHomes.com, offering rebates on energy-saving products and equipment for our customers. Ready Support Services, we are ready. West Motor Company, your only stop for new or used cars in Preston and in Logan. Franklin County Medical Center for the finest care in all of the Cache Valley. Stokes Market True Value with the finest meat and produce in Preston. S&T Electric, it's what we do. Flying S Escrow and Title, land title protectors since 1905. Ultimate Power Sports, get ready for your next outdoor adventure at Ultimate Power Sports in Preston. Elisa Benson of North Realty Idaho and North Realty Utah. Webb Funeral Home, serving Preston and the surrounding communities since 1925. Cache Valley Bank, serving Utah and southern Idaho with 21 locations. Yardmaster, keeping lawns healthy throughout the Cache Valley. Puppy Steps Training, northern Utah and southern Idaho's premier board and training facility since 2011. Farm Bureau Insurance, the Smith Agency, your local agents right here in Preston. Canyon Creek Dental, with 2 area locations to serve you. Preston Auto Parts CarQuest, stop in downtown Preston where you will be treated like a friend. Papa J's, making world-class jerky locally right here in Clifton. Ralph's Construction, building custom homes throughout the region. Now stay tuned, the Ralph's Construction postgame show is coming right up. Friday night, the Preston Indian football team will play their final game of the year when the Snake River Panthers come to town. It'll also be senior night, so come out and say thank you to a fine group of seniors. The pregame show gets started about 6:15 with the opening kickoff slated for 7 p.m. Preston Sports are brought to you by Northern Title, Ready Support Services, Rocky Mountain Power, WattsSmartHomes.com, Stokes Market True Value, West Motors, Franklin County Medical Center, and S&T Electric. Join us for Preston football Friday night on FM 105.5 and AM 1340 KACH and on MyLocalRadio.com, your home for Preston sports. If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
100% guarantee is a good thing, and that's what you get when you hire the professionals at Yardmaster Services. We help you get the yard of your dream with custom fertilization for grass, trees, and shrubs, spraying for weeds, and lawn aeration. We also help keep your sprinkler system in top shape with turn-on and turn-off services, including winterization and small repairs. We even eliminate the bugs in the lawn and around the house. Yardmaster, serving commercial and residential customers. Call Yardmaster Services today for a free quote.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing good deeds daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
Across the FM airwaves, we're heard at 105.5. On the far-reaching AM dial, we're at 1340. And on the internet at MyLocalRadio.com. Wherever you find us, we are KACH, Preston, Smithfield, Logan.
It's time for the Preston Indians postgame show. Coming up, we'll recap the just completed game, take a look at the final stats, and a look at what's ahead for the Preston teams. The postgame show is brought to you by Ralph's Construction, building quality designer homes in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. For more information, call 435-232-1837. Well, welcome back here to the postgame show as the Snake River Panthers able to beat the Indians tonight 3-1. As they advance to the district tournament championship match coming up on Thursday night against Bear Lake. They'll have to beat Bear Lake twice to claim the district title. However, because there's 2 bids from this district now that it's 5 teams, they've already clinched themselves a spot in the state playoff, have the Panthers and Bear Lake both, I should say, as they get ready for the championship coming up on Thursday. Final totals tonight. Preston wins the first set 25-19. Snake River comes back to win the second 25-19. They win the third 25-20. And then win the fourth again by 25-19. Ernest Dixon, as 3 of the 4 sets end up with a 25-19 score.
Take it to Las Vegas.
Maybe should make you go stop by and play the lotto on the way home and play 25-19. Wow. Interesting match tonight as Preston unfortunately has their season come to an end with the both losses here tonight. Remember, they lost earlier tonight in 3 sets to Bear Lake and then dropped this one here in 4. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back and have our player of the match and some more thoughts for you right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
In today's world, you need a bank that moves as fast as you move. A bank where personal relationships are still the norm and where your life, your business, and your needs come first. That's what you'll find at Cache Valley Bank. With locations in southern Idaho and throughout Utah, Cache Valley Bank offers you the personalized service of a hometown bank with the resources and capacities of a large bank. Visit Cache Valley Bank today. Let us help you build the financial network you need. Cache Valley Bank, member FDIC.
Purchasing land or new home is one of life's major milestones. It says you're committed to a better life, to building something worthwhile. Since 1905, Flying S has been land title protectors, ensuring you have clear ownership rights to your home and your land. By blending personalized hometown customer service with sophisticated, cutting-edge technology, we meet each customer's real estate transaction needs. When you need a title company, choose the one that's been serving customers for over 119 years. Flying S Title and Escrow, 28 West Oneida, Preston.
When you are looking for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, but you want something that is ready to eat now, always stop at the Stokes Market Deli in Preston. With cold and hot cases, you can always find food that is fresh, hot, or cold. Sandwiches, soup, salads, deviled eggs, donuts, wraps, cheese trays, desserts, and a hot and delicious buffet. A meal out doesn't have to be at a restaurant. Come and enjoy something for everyone at the Stokes Market Deli today. 217 South State Street in Preston.
All right. Once again, look at the final score. Snake River beats the Indians by a score of 3-1. For the Indians, well, it's a good compared to last year. This becomes a very good season for them. Remember, last year they didn't win a match, so they go 13-10 overall. Actually, make it 13-11 overall on the season. And in conference play during the regular season, they were 4-4. They go 1-2 here in the district tournament. But still, it's a heck of a year by the Indians, and they still have a lot of their main players coming back. Remember, there was only 3 seniors who were honored at senior night against the same Snake River team a week ago. So for the Indians, a tough season, but it comes to an end here tonight. We'll take a last break. We'll come back, have some final thoughts, and tell you what's next for the Indians on the way right after this on the My Local Radio Sports Network.
KACH, MyLocalRadio.com.
If you're looking for someplace new as you head into your golden years, look into the tradition of quality designer homes built by Ralph's Construction in the Blue Sage Park area of Preston. Working in Phase 3 now, with Phase 4 starting soon, these homes can be built to a floor plan that you desire, or Ralph's Construction has other options that you're sure to fall in love with. Call today for more information, 435-232-1837. Now is the time to plan for the finest home of your lifetime. Ralph's Construction, 435-232-1837.
Everyone wants a smile they can be proud of. A healthy smile can make your day brighter. At Canyon Creek Dental, Doctors Justin Carter, Thomas Hull, Heath Bateman, and Corby Dixon see patients of all ages and provide a full line of dental services, including fillings, wellness checks, braces, wisdom teeth, oral surgery, and cosmetic dentistry. Call us today to schedule an appointment in our Preston or Grace office. Canyon Creek Dental. We're here to give you a smile you can be proud of.
One of the things that makes Northern Title unique is the fact that we serve clients in 3 states, Idaho, Utah, and Wyoming. Each state has different rules and regulations, and our experienced staff understands each unique rule, so we can facilitate closings in all 3 states. If you're buying a home in Star Valley and you want to close in Preston, it's no problem. The company logo is Good Deeds Done Daily. We are preparing Good Deeds Daily, but it's more than that. We really are trying to serve the community in a good way. Northern Title, Good Deeds Done Daily. Visit us today.
Go Preston!
All right, we'll wrap it up from here at Bear Lake. It's been a very entertaining tournament, but the Indians come up just a little bit short. They lose 3-1 on their final match of the season, as Snake River will advance to the championship round coming up Thursday night. For coming up next, our next broadcast for here on My Local Radio is coming up Friday night, as we'll have the Preston football team back at home, as they'll also be taking on Snake River coming up Friday night, as it'll be the final game of the regular season, and it'll also be senior night for the Preston football team. Pregame show gets started about 6:15 on Friday evening, with the kickoff slated for 7, and we will look for you then. So until then, for Ernest Dixon, for John Beverly back in the studio, I'm Dan Hubbard. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Unfortunately, the Indians lose 3-1 to Snake River. Thanks for watching, everybody. Have yourself a great night. Thank you for listening to the Preston Indians postgame show. This broadcast has been a production of Preston Broadcasting, LLC, and was intended for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Use of any portion of this production, its accounts or descriptions, in whole or in part, may not be used or rebroadcast without the express written permission of Preston Broadcasting, LLC.